Black people have been asking the same question for centuries. What did we do to y'all? Like, seriously, what the fuck did we actually do? Because at some point you have to stop believing that this is random. You stop believing that this is just ignorance. Because how are Black people simultaneously copied, feared, mocked, criminalized, fetishized, segregated, underpaid, over-policed, erased, and exploited on basically every continent on Earth? At some point you have to realize, oh, this is not about behavior. This is not about morality. It's not even about individual Black folks. This is what Blackness was made to represent in the modern world. And that answer is ugly, because the truth is, Black people became the foundation the modern world built hierarchy on. That's the answer. Not because Black people did something uniquely wrong, not because we're uniquely violent, not because we're uniquely criminal, but because Europe and then the United States needed a permanent bottom caste to justify slavery, colonialism, empire, and capitalism. You can't build an empire on stolen labor without creating a group you can convince the world deserves exploitation. That is what we became. That is what Black people became. The justification, the bottom rung. And once the world built itself around Blackness meaning less than, every other group learned to define themselves in opposition to that, right? That is why anti-Blackness survives, even in places with barely any Black people, because it's not based on personal interaction. It's ideological, structural, inherited. Now, let me show you what I mean when I say everywhere. In China during COVID, Black residents in Wanzhou were forcibly evicted from their apartments, refused service at restaurants, banned from McDonald's, and quarantined separately from everybody else. In 2016, a Chinese laundry detergent commercial showed a Black man shoved in a washing machine and coming back out as a clean, light-skinned Chinese man. That ran on national TV. In India, Black African students have been beaten in the streets, followed by mobs, refused housing. The skin lightening industry itself is worth over $1 billion. Billion with a B. In Russia, when the country invaded the Ukraine in 2022, Black students were pulled off buses at gunpoint by the Ukrainian police to make room for white refugees. In Italy and Spain, Black professional soccer players still have bananas thrown at them on the field. In 2026, in Lebanon and across the Persian Gulf, African and Asian women work as domestic laborers under a system that legally ties them to their employers. What is that called? Yeah. Their passports get taken. They can't leave. Multiple of them have died by suicide, trapped in homes that they just can't escape. In Brazil, police kill more Black people every year than almost any other country on Earth. Now remember, they're a country that's over 56% Black. In Argentina, the Black population was literally